The sun hung low over Willow Valley, painting the sky in hues of amber and regret. Ethan Caldwell's boots crunched against the gravel as he trudged home, his tool belt slung over his shoulder, heavy with the weight of another day's labor and another day's worry. At 34, life had worn him down to a shadow of the dreamer he'd once been. A single dad to 6-year-old Lily, Ethan was a man racing against time, bills, and the ache in his heart. His wife, Sarah, had been gone 3 years now, taken by a cruel twist of fate in a car accident, leaving him to raise their daughter alone in a world that felt too big, too unkind. "Dad, are we poor?" Lily had asked that morning over a breakfast of slightly stale cereal. Her wide, curious eyes had pierced him deeper than any question should. He'd forced a smile, ruffled her hair, and said, "We're rich in love, kiddo." But the truth gnawed at him. The rent was late, the truck needed repairs, and the odd jobs he picked up as a handyman barely kept them afloat. Ethan wasn't just struggling, he was drowning. That evening, as he passed the edge of town, he noticed the old widow, Mrs. Hargrove, standing outside her weathered property. Her shed, a rickety structure that looked one storm away from collapse, leaned pitifully against her modest home. Mrs. Hargrove, with her silver hair and stooped shoulders, was tugging at a broken plank, her frail hands trembling with effort. Ethan's instinct was to keep walking. He had enough burdens of his own, but something in her weary posture stopped him. He saw his own exhaustion mirrored in her, a shared language of survival. "Need a hand, Mrs. Hargrove?" he called out, his voice softer than he intended. She turned, startled, then offered a faint smile. "Oh, Ethan, I couldn't trouble you. This old thing's been falling apart for years." "It's no trouble," he lied, setting his tool belt down. "Let me take a look." What started as a quick fix stretched into hours. Ethan hammered, sawed, and patched, his hands moving with the quiet precision of a man who'd learned to fix what life broke. Mrs. Hargrove brought him lemonade, her gratitude spilling over in small, hesitant words. She spoke of her late husband, a farmer who'd loved the valley, and of the shed that had once housed his dreams, tools for a life they'd planned together. Ethan listened, nodding, his own grief a silent companion. By dusk, the shed stood sturdy, its new boards gleaming under the fading light. "You didn't have to do this," Mrs. Hargrove said, pressing a wrinkled hand to her heart. "I can't pay you much, but it's okay," Ethan cut in, embarrassed. "Just glad to help." He meant it, though his empty wallet screamed otherwise. That night, as he tucked Lily into bed, she asked, "Why'd you fix that lady's shed, Dad? You said we don't have time for extra stuff." Ethan paused, searching for words. "Sometimes, helping someone else makes your own load feel lighter." Lily frowned, not quite understanding, but she hugged him tight. Ethan held her, wondering if he'd done something foolish or something right. The next morning, a knock at their cramped apartment door startled him. A man in a crisp suit stood there, holding a thick envelope. "Ethan Caldwell? I'm Mrs. Hargrove's attorney. She asked me to deliver this." Confused, Ethan opened the envelope. Inside was a deed, legal papers transferring ownership of a small plot of land on the valley's edge to him. A note in Mrs. Hargrove's shaky handwriting read, "You gave me back a piece of my past. I want to give you, and Lily, a piece of your future. This land is yours." Ethan's breath caught. He drove to Mrs. Hargrove's house, his heart pounding. "Ma'am, I can't accept this," he said, holding out the deed. "It's too much." Her eyes twinkled, a spark of mischief in their depths. "Ethan, you fixed more than a shed yesterday. You reminded me what kindness looks like. That land's been mine for decades, along with most of this valley. I've got no one left to share it with. You and your girl. You're good people. Build something there. Build a life." Ethan's throat tightened. He wanted to argue, to say he didn't deserve it, but her gaze held him firm. I don't know what to say." "Say you'll take it," she said simply. "And maybe plant a garden. Lily would like that." Over the next weeks, Ethan's life transformed. The plot wasn't just land, it was a canvas for hope. He and Lily planted seeds, both literal and figurative, dreaming of a small house, a place where laughter could replace worry. Word of Ethan's deed spread, and the valley's tight-knit community rallied. Neighbors brought tools, lumber, even meals, their own acts of kindness rippling outward. Ethan, who'd felt alone for so long, found himself surrounded by hands eager to lift him up. One evening, as he and Lily sat on their new land, watching the sunset paint the valley gold, she tugged his sleeve. "Dad, are we rich now?" He laughed, a sound that felt foreign but free. "Yeah, kiddo. Rich in love, and a little bit of land." The valley stretched before them, vast and alive, a testament to what a single act of kindness could unleash. Ethan had fixed a shed, but in doing so, he admitted something deeper, his faith in humanity, and his hope for a future where he and Lily could thrive. In Willow Valley, where the winds carried stories of struggle and redemption, one truth rang clear. Sometimes, the smallest gesture can rebuild a world.